What's up, guys? This is the match preview for Ulster versus Harlequins at the Twickenham Stoop on Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Now, this is a Challenge Cup game, not a Champions Cup, because as an Ulster fan, definitely not used to seeing them in the Challenge Cup. I don't think I've ever watched them in the competition before, but there you go. That claims my age. Anyway, before I get into my perspective, what I want to see from us going ahead for the Harlequins game, I'm just going to bring out the lineups here before we get started on what I think overall of the game. From 15 to 1 for Ulster, Michael Lowry retains his 15 spot. Then you go Robert Balot at number 14. He's been on form, and for me, he needs to be included into the Ireland squad next year, I think, if he continues this form. So yeah, Robert Balot in there. With James Hume and Stuart McCluskey as the 13 number 12s, they've been on form as well. And I think James Hume is a real prospect, and I think he'll have a huge say in the game on Sunday along with McCluskey as well. So then you have Stockdale coming back in number 11 spot from after he played the game against England on 2 weeks ago, where we won the game about 15 points, but that was a huge win for Ireland. And Stockdale is going to come back in, and I want to see him perform well as what he's doing at the wing, number 11 shirt, and get back to his try and winning form again. Then you have a number 10 and number 9 reunited in Billy Burns and John Cooney. Them two have been the starters for Ulster when Dan McLaurin's come in, and for me, Ian Madigan's done well as well. For me, when I looked at Billy Burns in the Ireland squad, he wasn't, for me, the backup that we needed. He just wasn't. And I think he'll need to have a big game along with John Cooney. For me, John Cooney's going to have to really show, if he wants to pick for the Lions, that he's great scoring tries, and he's there for a possibility. So yeah, there you go. There's the back line. Then the front row, Eric O'Sullivan and Rob Herring and Monty Moore complete number 1, 2 and 3s. Yeah, pretty much starter number 1, 2 and 3 there. No doubt about it. Rob Herring hasn't shown the world without number 2 Ireland jersey, but for Ulster he's definitely number 1 starter, and O'Sullivan, Moore and Herring are going to have big games in that front row, especially against the scrum and Harlequins side, Kyle Sinclair, Joe Maher as well. So there's going to have the big performances there as well. Then you've got Alan O'Connor and Kieran Treble up the back line, not the back line, the 4 and 5s, and for me there's no Ian Henderson, and that surprises me a wee bit, because I don't know if he's injured or else I just don't know, because you need Ian Henderson in one of these big games, and he's not in the squad, but I have no problems at all with Alan O'Connor and Kieran Treble there, if I'm being honest with you. So let's hope they can have a big performance. Then you've got Sean Reedy, Jordy Murphy in activity, and there's no Marcel Coetzee in there, which I'm a bit surprised by, because he's going to be leaving at the end of the season, so I don't know where he could be injured. I think he's either suspended or injured, so there's no surprise in activities coming in from number 8, Jordy Murphy and Sean Reedy. So big performances there. Now finally the bench. John Andrew, no complaints there. I think for me he's the backup now, because Adam McBurney for me hasn't improved. Why he should be the backup for Ulster. But John Andrew's done well in there since Rob Herring's been gone in international duty, so no complaints there. Andy Warwick number 17 and Tom O'Toole number 18. No Jam McGrath number 17. I like him to come back as soon as possible if he can, for being a backup to Eric O'Sullivan, or we can rotate between them two because they're both so good. But no complaints with Tom O'Toole either. He, for me, can be a big prospect for a backup number 18 jersey in the future. And coming from Ulster, he's really challenging for Monty Moore in the future, and he can have a big impact off the bench if we needed a bit of a reinforcement. So there you go. Now we have Maddie Rae, number 20, and I can't spell this guy's last name, but them two, they're very much they're both academy players, and they're both coming in, and why need to look on Maddie Rae to come in to, we think Timothy or Sean Reid, Jordan Murphy need a rest, but no complaints there. Albie Matthewson, he's been a very good backup, and if we ever need, John Key's not having a good game, he knows he has to come in and do a job, hopefully. Then finally 22 Ian Madigan, no doubts there backup, and then finally we have 23 Ethan Mcelroy. Ethan McElroy is a big prospect. He's one of the young lads, Ulster lads coming through, and we need a lot of young Ulster lads coming through the system, and it's just because we need our sort of identity back in a way. It's because there's a few Southern players that come into our side, and I just want to see a lot of growth that what Ulster's producing on a regular basis. So good to see even Rock around the bench there. But that completes the squad. So when I look at the Harlequins squad, it's very much there's actually no Cal Sinclair in there. There's actually no Cal Sinclair in the team, but all their players are very much experienced, and there's lineups. That's the lineups for the game on Sunday. Now, what I want to see from Ulster against Harlequins is I want to see them just going out and giving a good performance. Because what our expectations were, we haven't won a trophy in like 13, 14, 15 years. That was the last time against Ospreys, you know what I mean? I wasn't even old enough to see it, and I've been dying to see Ulster. Our expectations are we're winning a Pro 14. We just can't do it at the moment because Leinster are just brilliant at the moment, and fair play to them. We just can't. Ulster just can't seem to be Leinster or even get close to a European Cup. So when I look at the Challenge Cup, this is a big opportunity to win a piece of silverware. Even if it's not up the level, there's a piece of silver to lift. And Dan McFarlane has come in, and he's got our standards back up. He's competing again. That's what we Ulster fans have wanted, and we just need a performance. We need a big performance in the Harlequins and the tournament going forward, because you'll have a lot of teams like Northampton in there, Glasgow, Montpellier. These are big, still good sides, and this is an opportunity for Ulster to not bottle. I don't think because we've waited a long time for a bit of silver. Why not go for the Challenge Cup as well? And also we've got a Rainbow Cup as well. I doubt Ulster are going to win the Rainbow Cup, but also so this is the opportunity for the Challenge Cup to go out there and make a mark, as well. Just show we're competing and hopefully win a bit of silverware. That's all I want. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this first match preview on the Irish Rugby channel. More to come, and hope you stick around, and I'll be back on Sunday after the game against Harlequins, and hopefully Ulster would have won the game after the match reaction. So I'll see you then, and I'll catch you guys later.